So, welcome back to the Concrete Jungle Chronicles. And today we're throwing a leg over something new and something that might just redefine what it means to be a middleweight. Because today we have the 2025 Triumph Tiger Sport 800. Is this the perfect everyday sports tourer for the urban jungle and beyond? It may very well be. This bike is the spiritual successor to the very popular Tiger Sport 660. But is the 800 simply a 660 with a bigger engine? It isn't. That's the short answer. The long answer is that it's a completely new machine, and it comes with a significant step up in performance, handling and technology. With the 800, Triumph have reworked the chassis, added shower suspension front and rear. They've also introduced cornering ABS, cornering traction control, plus 3 riding modes, cruise control and even an up and down quick shifter. So this is a middleweight with plenty of bells and whistles. The 800 also brings a big jump in power and torque. Peak power is up by a staggering 40%. It's now at 113 horsepower at about 10,750 RPM. And peak torque is 84 Newton meters at 8,500 RPM. The tank is 18.6 liters and with a claimed consumption rate of about 21 km a litre, you're actually looking at a maximum theoretical range of about 390 kilometers, and that's a lot of kilometers on a single tank. One nice additional touch is definitely the remote preload adjuster. It's very useful if, like me, you're in the habit of setting up your bike for solo sport riding, and then find that you need to go touring with a passenger. This remote preload adjuster makes setting up the bike a whole lot easier. The Tiger Sport has an 835mm seat height, which is the same as on the 660, and the bike weighs 214 kilograms wet. The windscreen is manually adjustable, not especially high-tech, but I guess it gets the job done. The TFT dash is basic and the info is easily accessed by the menu buttons on the left handlebar switch housing. To be honest, based on these specs, I wasn't really expecting the bike to feel small. But in its defense, the seat does narrow at the tank junction, which really helps with reach to the ground. Although the bike is about 8 kilograms heavier than the 660, it does carry that weight low and evenly. At very low speeds, the bike tracks confidently. I did a couple of walking pace U-turns earlier and the bike was reassuringly easy to maneuver. The ergonomics overall seem to be very well thought out. The bars are wide, low, and have a short reach. My elbows feel like they are resting at a 90-degree angle, so it's a compact, rider-friendly triangle, and it does feel very comfortable. One thing though is that I hesitate to call the Triumph Tiger Sport 800 a true middleweight. Because when I hear middleweight, I think of beginner-friendly bikes between 500 and 700 cc, bikes with easygoing power, and bikes that are fairly light, under 200 kilograms. This This is an 800cc triple that makes 113 horsepower. It feels more like an entry-level big bike, an entry-level high-performance machine. Because once you're out on the road, the Tiger Sport 800 really does come alive. It's fast and flickable. The compact 1422mm wheelbase definitely helps here. But I think the real heroes are the Michelin Road 5s. These tires offer superb feedback and unshakable grip. They're constantly tempting me to lean in just a little more, enter a corner just a little bit faster, and to push harder through every corner. The power delivery on the Tiger Sport 800 is smooth, trackable, and incredibly usable. And yet, just twist the throttle, especially in the mid-range, and this thing really goes. It's proper fast. This 800cc engine is completely new, and for now, it's only found on the Tiger Sport 800. At 113 horsepower, it makes 40% more power than the outgoing 660. Again, that's a massive leap. More impressively, it's actually been tuned for torque. The bike makes more torque than the Street 77765 RS, and it delivers it at a lower RPM. That means real-world acceleration in any gear, any time. In the city, this bike is polite and docile, but on the open road, there's a hooligan waiting to come out and play. But even more importantly, it delivers plenty of fun without producing excessive heat. Riding in 33-degree weather, through long traffic light stops and slow-moving traffic, the Tiger Sport 800 kept its cool. The temperature gauge never rose above 5 bars. And that's seriously impressive, especially in our tropical stop-and-go conditions. Lane filtering, lane splitting abilities are good, but not great. I think it's mainly due to its relatively wide bars that sit at a height where I need to watch out for car mirrors. So not quite ideal for rapid progress in city traffic. The fueling though is textbook triumph, practically flawless. I can roll around in second and third without touching the clutch, or cruise in 6 at 60 km/h. The engine doesn't complain. I am, however, noticing a bit of buzziness at low speeds. It's not intrusive, but it is noticeable. At 90 km/h, it sort of settles. But if you're after absolute turbine-like smoothness, it's worth taking one out for a spin first. Of course, no city test is complete without a spin through a multi-story car park. And this one's got it all. Spirals, steep ramps, tight 90-degree turns. But on the whole, the Tiger Sport 800 handles all of these like a champ. Predictable fueling and low weight help significantly. The only issue is crawling along at walking speed in this enclosed car park. That's the only time I feel some warmth from the engine. But otherwise, I've not been feeling any engine heat at all. As mentioned earlier, I'm reluctant to call the Tiger Sport 800 a middleweight. On paper, maybe, but with 113 horsepower and a strong torque curve, there's really nothing middle of the road about its performance. That's it. When it comes to physical size, I've developed a quick and totally subjective test to gauge whether a bike belongs in the middle or heavyweight category. It's really quite simple. If I can push it in and out of a parking lot while sitting on it, it's a middleweight. If I have to dismount and manhandle it, then it's a big bike. The Tiger Sport 800 definitely belongs in the former. Having said that, a lower seat height can still make a noticeable difference in low speed control and confidence. Good thing that Triumph do offer a 25mm lower seat option, which is a useful upgrade if the standard 835mm feels a little too tall when inching through traffic or maneuvering in tight spaces. The stock seat though is genuinely comfortable. I mean, I'm not noticing any discomfort after an hour on board, and that's definitely a good sign. Suspension overall is firm but not harsh. It feels tuned for stability at speed rather than comfort. One thing I absolutely do love on the Tiger Sport 800 is the remote preload adjuster. More bikes should come with it. If you're planning a tour with a passenger fully loaded, then this is a godsend. Also, no complaints about the brakes. They are strong, progressive, and very easy to modulate. They just work very well. So, after a day in the saddle, what's the verdict? The 2025 Triumph Tiger Sport 800 is a brilliant, city-friendly machine, no question about it. It's a phenomenal all-rounder. If I could only have one bike, this would definitely be in the running. It's agile and responsive without being overwhelming or intimidating. It's just so incredibly versatile, not just for daily use, but even for all-day use. Low speed composure is good, comfort is excellent, and heat management is exceptional. Like I said, the only time I noticed any heat was crawling along at walking pace in a multi-story car. The 2025 Tiger Sport 800 is priced at about $29,800 excluding COE, so you're looking at high 30s on the road. As a city bike, there's really little to fault the Tiger Sport 800. It does most things well. My only gripes are the engine buzz at low speeds and the wide handlebars, which can make tight lane filtering a challenge. Otherwise, it's an absolute rock star. A street-focused, city-friendly sports tourer that punches well above its class. And a bike that makes city riding genuinely fun again. That's it from me. See you again in the next video.